Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Mithril Coat. For 3 colorless, it's a legendary artifact equipment with flash, indestructible. When Mithril Coat enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control, and equipped creature has indestructible, and then it has equip 3. So this is almost always just going to be better than Darksteel Plate, which is a pretty good card in Commander already, and that card is mostly played in Voltron decks. Guess what creatures are always legendary? Voltron creatures. So this is going to be really great in that kind of deck. It slots really perfectly in any deck that has a really important commander that absolutely has to stay alive. This kind of card is a huge upgrade on Darksteel Plate because of the flash and the automatic first equip. It just means that you can blow people out of nowhere. If they try to block your legendary creature, and it doesn't need to be your commander by the way, then you can instantly flash this in and just completely wreck them. They're going to feel really bad if they don't have any mana open to respond to the equip, and you're going to end up with your creature intact, trading for at least one of their creatures probably, which seems very good, particularly when you consider it's only 3 mana and colorless, so it can go into any deck. The fact that it's also indestructible itself means that it's a real pain to deal with for your opponents outside of exile removal. A lot of artifact removal is still destroy based, so that is definitely a factor to keep in mind. The only part where it's worse really than Darksteel Plate is the equip cost, which is 1 more in the case of Mithril Coat, but I think it's really offset by the other 2 advantages. It's almost entirely a better card. It's also legendary, I suppose, which could be a downside or an upside, but in the decks that are going to be playing a lot of legendary creatures, which are decks that are often going to be interested in this effect, and being legendary is often an upside in those kind of decks because it can dodge your own mass removal. It can also trigger certain cards like Shanid. It's obviously going to be very good in that kind of deck. It's really good in Cadric as well because you basically get to save 2 things when this comes into play if you have multiple creatures out. It's also going to be really good in Ratchet Ravik if you want to protect your commander even more. In any deck that really has a super high legendary count, this is going to be really good, and those are I think the main 2 decks where this is going to be good, but in general it's just better than Darksteel Plate. So if you were running Darksteel Plate already, you can pretty much slot this into your deck and it's going to be close to a strict upgrade. However, outside of that, legendary decks and Voltron decks are definitely the places that you're going to be seeing this the most. I'm really excited about this card because I love these kind of tricks that then stick around afterwards and cause trouble for your opponents. It's a pity that it doesn't buff stats because that would make it even more relevant once it sticks on the board, but there are so many ways to use this kind of card, such as with board wipes or by flashing it in response to your opponent's board wipe, that I think the flash and the auto equip are going to be a huge deal for this. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel, and until next time, take care. Woo!